When you think about fall protection, you tend to first think of lanyards, harnesses, and anchors. While those are important in keeping a workplace compliant, there are other requirements. These include regular training, inspections, and testing and certification of systems. When taken together, these are known as fall protection services, and OSHA requires that these services be performed and documented regularly to have a compliant fall protection program. Let's look at each of these services, what they are, and why they are important. There are 3 types of personnel that must be involved in a fall protection program. According to OSHA, these are authorized, competent, and qualified persons. You can find detailed descriptions for each of these personnel in ANSI Z359. An authorized person is an employee who has been assigned to perform a duty in a specific area by their employer. This training level is ideal for anyone who is going to use fall protection equipment, but it needs to be completed prior to use. Proper training will make users aware of hazards when working at height and teach them the basic principles of proper use of the equipment. An authorized person training must be completed by a competent person, either within the organization or by a third-party trainer, like Diversified Fall Protection. A competent person is an individual who is capable of identifying hazards in the work area and is authorized to take quick corrective measures to eliminate them. There should be at least one competent person per company, and that employee must go through an ANSI-accredited competent person training program. Competent persons should be present when fall protection equipment is in use. The competent person is responsible for approving equipment to use, facilitating training to authorized users, and ensuring workers are adhering to OSHA and ANSI guidelines. The competent person is also responsible for annual inspections of fall protection equipment. Qualified persons are those with recognized degrees, professional standing, or experience who can demonstrate the ability to solve or resolve problems related to the subject matter. Basically, they're engineers. Qualified persons must be involved in the design and installation of permanent fall protection systems. If a fall occurs, qualified persons need to be involved in the incident investigations. There are 2 types of inspections OSHA requires for fall protection equipment. The pre-use inspection. According to OSHA, personal fall protection systems must be inspected before use for mildew, wear, damage, and other deterioration. If a piece of equipment fails, it should be removed from service immediately by the organization's competent person for further review. Technically, this inspection doesn't need to be documented, though keeping documentation of the pre-use inspections is a good idea. Failing to perform it can result in disastrous consequences for the user. Annual inspections. OSHA requires that all fall protection equipment be inspected by a competent person annually. While pre-use inspections don't require documentation, annual inspections do. Annual equipment inspection documentation should include a brief description, the manufacturer, the model and serial numbers, the date of manufacture, the date of inspection, the inspector name and signature, and a pass or fail indication. If pre-use inspections are performed thoroughly and diligently, annual inspections should produce no failed equipment. Many fall protection applications require the use of certified anchorages, which are engineered, designed, and installed by or under the supervision of a qualified person. Once an anchor is certified, it must be recertified periodically. For active fall arrest systems, recertification happens every 5 years, and suspended access systems every 10 years. The process of certification requires a visual inspection, on-site load testing to confirm proper capacity, and further review of the system to confirm up-to-date compliance. Doing this ensures that the systems are in good working order and meets current manufacturer requirements. The certification tests include documentation and a report from a fall protection engineer. Diversified Fall Protection can take the hassle out of ensuring that all of these services are performed. We can provide training, system inspections, and system testing and recertification. And we keep all documentation of these services in our customer portal for you to easily access whenever needed. We can also perform hazard assessments to help you understand which hazards exist in your site and options for ensuring compliance. For those needing guidelines on performing pre-use inspections, we have a free PPE pre-use inspection checklist available on our website. The best part about partnering with Diversified Fall Protection is that when we perform regular inspections and certification, we take on all liability for the proper functioning of the system, as long as it's used according to manufacturer instructions. If you have any other questions or are ready to get started, contact us at fallprotect.com.